So you guys want to make Chinese friends, huh? Well, I got a special guest for you. This would be Happi, and you don't know because literally we were just on her channel going live, but she is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Chinese culture. Not only are you going to get sentences about how to connect with Chinese people, but she has so much culture that she could help you with. But first, for those of you that are coming to the Elementary Chinese channel from the Asian Enthusiast, which would be Happi's channel, here's your third phrase, Elementary Chinese fam. Listen on up. The third phrase, to connect over music culturally what Chinese people would be if you're in KTV. 我们一起唱吧, 我们一起唱吧. And stick around to the end, Elementary Chinese fam, because then you'll see a link to go to her channel where you'll learn all about connecting with Chinese people through music. But 我们一起唱吧, 我们 is me and you, or and her, because all of us, right? 一起 is together, 唱 is sing, and 吧 is
like
a suggestion. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
And also kind of a call to action at the same time.
Yeah, 我们一起唱吧. And if you're watching and you haven't like actually seen her channel, The Asian Enthusiast, which the link is in the descriptions below, by the way, you don't know what we're talking about. But at the end of this video, tap or click the screen and you will know what we're talking about. So let me give you a proper... Can I look this way and see you over there? Does that work? Let me give you a proper introduction. You're welcome. So yeah, guys, this is Happi, and she's pretty cool. Number one, because she learned a lot of Chinese outside of China, 2 years in fact, but number two, because she traveled to 20 provinces inside of China in 7 months, which is quite the feat. Number three, like if you've heard, 反正你中文讲得很棒，我真的觉得挺不错的吧，挺不错的吧。And I can't even find your intro now, like no joke.
Totally fine.
She's the creator of The Asian Enthusiast. She's passionate about building cultural bridges and promoting appreciation and understanding while introducing the culture she's fallen in love with. And it's clear, Happi, that you are quite passionate about learning culture in Chinese language. So guys, the first phrase that you want to say in order to have this connection with Chinese people and make a friend would be a phrase that lets them know that you are studying about their language, because language and culture, as I said before, this is a do-over video, by the way. We already did this once, but
technical difficulty, so now once again.
Right. 我在学中文, 我在, I'm looking at my notes, guys, because I'm super nervous. 我在学习中文, 我 is I 在 means it's like the gerund, the whatever you're doing after the 在, the verb is currently happening right now. So 我在学习中文, 学习 is study, 中文 is Chinese. This is a live stream. Chris, I am doing well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're good too. 我在学习中文. I'm in the process of studying Chinese, and that lets the Chinese person know that you care about them as a person, you care about their culture, and this is a first step in connecting. Happi, what else would you say about this?
So I would say that this phrase, 我在学习中文, also really helps put them into like the perspective that you are in the learning process, but you also, like you said, you care about them and their culture, which sets you apart from foreigners that are just traveling, that are just sightseeing, and those who haven't even tried to touch Chinese except for like a 不要, which is the most basic phrase that most people learn in Chinese.
With the hand. Yeah.
不要, 不要.
They're not waving high.
Yep, you're not waving high. You're waving 不要, like you don't want. So to be able to tell them that 我在学习中文, that also opens up this beautiful connection that now they're in a position that they can help you, that they can teach you, and they also understand that you are willing to learn, that you are willing to make mistakes and to improve yourself and learn about their culture. And they are so excited to teach you about their culture. They will tell you everything about their 5,000 years of history and their foods and everything that you didn't need to know. It's wonderful. They're just so hospitable.
I'm telling you guys, Happi knows her stuff. Like, if you haven't already, get to her channel. The link is in the descriptions below. Asian Enthusiast. Like, literally, You haven't hung out with her as long as I have, which has only been for like the past hour, but she is quite enthusiastic and knowledgeable about Asian culture, Japanese culture, Korean culture. She speaks both of those languages and Chinese. Good Lord, if you speak those two languages, Happy, as good as you speak Chinese, then wow. So this next phrase, moving right along.
Moving right along.
我要跟中国人沟通，我要跟中国人沟通. You would say this right after 我在学习中文 because it's the purpose. You want to, I'm getting lightheaded actually. You want to communicate with Chinese people. 沟通 means communicate. 跟 means with, and with whom? Well, you like that? With whom, right? 中国人 which would be Chinese people, and 我要 is I want. So I want to communicate with Chinese people really drives it home. 我在学习中文 I'm learning Chinese. 我要跟中国人沟通 I want to communicate with Chinese people. And you guys, if you say this, you will begin to establish that bridge. And Happy is an expert. I can say that now after hanging out with her on her channel just before. She's an expert at cultural communication.
It's important, and it's also so beautiful because, like you've said before, just having those connections and building those bridges and being able to communicate with people just opens up these whole new worlds. And what's beautiful about China is that even like there's like amongst the provinces, there's so much diversity and so many new things to learn. So 我要跟中国人沟通, like that really shows that you want to like specifically talk with them and you also care about their culture, because it's one thing to learn the language, it's another thing to dive into the next step of their culture and that level of understanding. And it just really shows that you're wanting to like 沟通 and just communicate with them, and they are so willing to communicate.
They really are.
They like
they really are.
I've met so many like aayis or like shushus that would just talk forever. I had one train ride from Taiyuan over near Beijing area all the way to Shanghai, and it was 动车, so it was like, or 慢车, so like 19个小时.
慢车 is a slow one. 动车 is like the high-speed train.
Yeah, so it would be the 慢车then, because this was a 19-hour train. And the shushu, so the uncle that sat next to me, he would just told me about all of history and about
all 5,000 years of history.
All 5,000 years, and about Confucius, and like about so many things. 文言文, and just wonderful things. And I didn't understand a lot of it at that time. But it was a beautiful opportunity for me to even just listen and to kind of soak up things that I would understand in the future. So through that 沟通, it really, really helped. But I had to show that I was willing to listen in order for that to even happen. So it was like really beautiful. So saying 我在学习中文 and then 我要跟中国人沟通, that really shows like that you are open to learning, because not all foreigners are.
And it really communicates. Not only that you're open to learning, but that it communicates without saying it, that you want to be friends. And the next and final phrase you should learn is, I want to be friends. Let's be friends and then exchange WeChat. And to learn that, you're going to have to go watch it on Happy's channel. So tap up the screen right here to go on over to her channel. And if you're watching live, guess what? Come back and go to her channel. Link is in the descriptions below. Asian enthusiast, Happy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Kweijo. It was so much fun.
It's cool. Elementary Chinese. Let's do it together. Good study. Day up.
Day up. Yay! Let's see you guys on my channel.